Okay, we're about 1 week away from the big annual conference of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. I'll be giving a great presentation on fraud victims, how to help fraud victims. So if you're an investigator, if you're in law enforcement, or if you're a fraud victim, be aware that you can learn a lot about how to maximize the better results and downplay your losses if you're a fraud victim. It's one thing to be a great investigator and find fraud. It's another thing to be able to help fraud victims navigate the process. I'll give you a little sneak peek. I'm not really supposed to do this, but let me show you what's going to be in this presentation. Here's the first couple slides from the PowerPoint. Advanced Victim Fraud Support. ACFE members can assist fraud victims beyond just discovering the fraud event, because if you're a fraud victim, you don't want somebody just to find the fraud and tell you you're a victim, right? Obviously, you want to know, but you want to go deeper than that. And this is what I'm telling investigators. Look, you're good at finding the fraud, but it's better to be more than just a discoverer. It's kind of like a doctor saying, I found the cancer, and then walking out of the room, right? You want to be able to help further. Understanding the victim perspective. This is the key. The fraud event is a significant traumatic event for the victim. Whether the client is a corporate CEO, small business owner, or consumer, they are now finding out their financial condition has changed from what they thought it was. If you're an investigator, consider yourself to be a first responder for the victim. And that's what you want as a victim, somebody who is going to be taking care of you, showing you what you can do next. Maybe it's recovery, maybe it's filing reports. And the last thing that, I'll give you a sneak peek is helping investigators break the domino effect. You will be back in your video in just a few seconds. In the meantime, remember that actualhuman.com offers you live one-on-one private video consultation with an expert in this exact subject. We want to listen to your story. We want to hear your questions. We want to give you expert advisement of your options and tell you what we know about your particular situation. Now back to your video. Having a support, a series of support for the victim to help beyond the coping process so that you can start engaging with what's next. You don't want this to be a chronic life-altering event. You want it to be a one-time thing that, yeah, it's going to be a problem and you have to deal with it, but you don't want it to be a domino effect that throws your whole life into chaos. As a business, 60% of small businesses fold within 6 months of a cyber attack, which is a type of fraud event. So we're going to teach investigators how to break that cycle, because remember that victim, you now have a life that's different from what you thought it was 24 hours ago. So if you're a fraud victim, you can attend this event. It's open to the public. It's the ACFE Annual Conference, 35th annual anniversary. It's in Nevada a week from today. And if you can't attend, you can access our investigative staff through consultation. We can talk to you one-on-one directly. If you're an investigator, consider attending. The ACFE is a great organization. They teach a lot of high quality, excellent practices for doing investigations, for finding fraud, for navigating assets. And so we're trying to help investigators who already know how to do the high-end type of investigations to be able to know what to do next with the client. Once you found the fraud, once you found the embezzlement, how do you help them next get past just having a loss and being able to do something about it to improve their life a little bit better? Thank you for watching. Remember, you can access live one-on-one personal consultations with a licensed private investigator, a licensed commercial insurance broker, licensed certified real estate title examiner, also a certified civil court mediator. So if you have a need to talk to an expert in any of these fields, or even a licensed building general contractor, you can click the link below, actualhuman.com, and arrange a live one-on-one undivided attention with a licensed expert where you can ask any questions, get information about your situation, and we'd be glad to help.